The streets will never love you back.
Foreigner 23.
The streets will never love you back.
Hey guys, well today I'm going to give you part 4 of Lewisburg Chronicles. Now, at the age of 23, I took a pinch for a bank robbery. I copped out to 57 months and I spent it in federal prison. I went straight to Lewisburg. Pre-trial, MCC, back and forth to Otisville. Eventually I took a plea. I had a gun charge on my case. Once they threw it off, that's when I took a plea. So, because the gun charge would have gave me another 5 years. There was 2 guns that were found that day, and obviously 2 people got away. I never gave them up, and I took a plea and went to go do my time. And eventually, I go down to get my 4 to 8 with the state on top of my 57 months to run concurrent with my federal bid. So the state and federal ran together. So now I'm in Lewisburg and I'm selling with Chucky Flynn. Chucky Flynn was, you could say, an Irish good fella from Boston, and a hell of a guy, I tell you. Sweetheart of a guy, definitely a career criminal, a smart guy, made a lot of money, well known throughout his neighborhood, and probably a legend over there. So Chucky Flynn eventually moves out. He's moving in with another Boston guy, an old timer. He was another bank robbery guy. And a new guy comes back to Lewisburg Penitentiary. Actually, he comes to Lewisburg Penitentiary. And his name is Michael Perna. Michael Perna is a wise guy out of New Jersey. Good fella. Couple guys flip. And he takes a plea. I think Michael Perna took a plea for 25 years. At that time, I think he was 51, 52 years old. He's my age now. That's what he was then. And he ends up making it home, and he dies, I think, within a year or 2 later as he's home. But Michael Perna was a sweetheart of a guy. So Michael Perna comes in. Patty Della Russo's there. He said, Jimmy, this is Michael. You got an open cell. I had the bottom bunk. I say, of course, Michael. Yeah, definitely, And like I said, when you meet these guys, because you're Italian too, like then, and because of the neighborhood I come from, these people became a part of my family. I got close with Michael Perna. Eventually, I left Lewisburg and I went to McKean. We'll move up to that later on. But and I always kept in touch with him. When we were in Lewisburg, we would talk to each other's families. Say I was on the phone. I would say, Ma, I say hello to Michael. And if Michael had a phone call, he would make me say hello to his wife and his daughter and stuff like that. But that's how we got with, in Lewisburg. We became a family. So Michael Perna moves into my cell, and I'm on the bottom cell. I'm respectful. I said, Michael, I said, take the bottom. He goes, no, Jimmy. He says, I'm going to take the top. This is your cell. He says, I don't want to disturb you. I said, no, Michael, I insist. Please, kidding me? Come on. This is nothing. Let me get on the top. But he wouldn't insist. He wanted the top bunk. He didn't want to ruin my time. And I told Michael, please. But he was stubborn, and I had to just go by what he said. That's what he wanted. So he stayed on the top. We were selling together, and very interesting fella, very genuine, smart, just came to prison. This is definitely new to him too, doing prison time. These guys are used to a hell of a life in the street. and then they come to prison, and you know what, you're locked up. It's a different way of life. You know, in the street you're somebody, over here you're just a number. And you know, you get the respect of the way how you conduct yourself. Now in Lewisburg Penitentiary, you got to understand something. It's a penitentiary, and people got life bids. You know, people will kill you just to make a court date, make an appearance in court, to get out of the prison system and go to court and see other outside people. That's how demented some of these people are. And some of these people actually have tattoos all over their faces in the penitentiary. To me, I think that's a defense where they're scared themselves. So what they do is they paint their faces to scare other people of not fucking with them, you know. So I had some run-ins with a couple of people that had tattoos on their faces. And you know, guys like that, me personally, I think that what they do is they put tattoos on their faces because they want to scare other people and make other people scared of them. You know, some of these guys have the teardrops underneath their eye. You know, every teardrop is a body, or you got the spider webs on the elbows. That's a sign of a murder, something like that. But you know, you have all these prison gangs inside these prisons, the MMAs. You have the Texas Mafia. You have Aryan Brotherhood. Now, at this time, it's 1994, and I'm selling with Michael Perna. Herbie Sperling slaps me with a stack of napkins, and he says, "Jimmy, it's a good movie tonight. You know what? Go put the napkins on the first two rows of the movie theater." So I go up there, maybe around 3:30, before 4 o'clock. I do it before 4 o'clock count, and I put all the napkins there, and we have the two front rows. Now, every time we sit there, we're always sitting there, whether, you know what I mean, sometimes we have some Spanish people with us, sometimes we have Aryan Brotherhoods with us, sometimes we have you know, Philadelphia guys, but those are our two rows. So this night, what happens is the guy Snail is Aryan Brotherhood, a maniac. This guy is going home in about, I would say, 2 weeks. Okay, he's talking about he's going home. Why he's going home in 2 weeks, stuff like that. And he's with his friend, some guy, Big Mike. Big Mike is a tall guy, maybe 6'4", solid guy. And these two guys are fucking killers. Okay, they'll kill you in a minute. This is their life. They live inside prison like we live inside in the street. Seriously, this is their life. You know, this ain't my life. Living inside prison like this ain't my life. I'm not used to this life. This is a life I definitely don't want. You know, so I'm experienced, you know, living in Lewisburg and seeing all this insanity and stuff like that. So we're watching a great movie. I meet this Big Mike, Snail. They're sitting in a chair. They're joking. I mean, they're two fucking maniacs. Snail has glasses on. He's got a mustache that's curled up, and he's got a bandana over his head. You know, you can see, you know, this guy is definitely, you know, a baller for sure. And Big Mike is a baller. So watch the movie, cool. I mean, so these guys are in Herbie Sperling's company. Every time they see Herbie, hello. They see Maddie, hello. And they're in our circle in a sort of way. You know, in the yard, we see them, we say hello, stuff like that. So there's this new kid that comes in. He's 25 years old. I'm not sure what his name is, but he's a white boy. Okay, he's got a 5-year bid, and he's 25 years old. I think he's somewhere from the Midwest. Okay, and he comes in, and he's running up a bill with drugs, a drug bill. Now, that's one thing you don't want to do when you come to prison. You don't want to fuck with homos. You don't want to fuck with drugs, and you don't want to fuck with gambling. Me, I did a little gambling. We're going to get into that story in this one or maybe the next one. So this kid comes in, and he starts doing drugs. He runs up a bill. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to send you the money. Now, guys come in that are drug addicts or love to do dope, and right away, they're trying to find out where can they get their next high, you know? And some guys, what they do is they grab dope, and they'll check in, and you're never going to see them again. Maybe you'll catch up to them somewhere else in another prison, or someone you know will catch up with them if they ever hit population. But you have a lot of check-ins like that, where a guy does a little drugs, he'll run up a bill, and you never see him again. But eventually, those guys, you catch up to them. So this white boy comes in. He's running up a bill in Lewisburg. He's all over the place. I see him with the white boys. I see him with the Aryan Brotherhood. Okay, he's walking the track with some other dope fiends, stuff like that. And I know this kid's in trouble. I'm saying I see Mike and Snail, walking with him, and I know right away, stay away. I'm saying you don't even want to socialize with these people. So on this day, the guy Snail has 6 days to go home. He's going home in 6 days. Okay. And all of a sudden, the alarms go up. Lock it down. Lock it down. The COs are running in. They're locking all the doors. Everyone lock it down. So they pick up Big Mike and they pick up Snail. Okay. And you see them walking through. And Snail and Big Mike ends up killing the 25-year-old white boy. Okay. Because the white boy ran up a bill. And that's one thing about prison. Prison is a serious place. You know, some guys run around, they joke around, but seriously, prison ain't no joke. You know, especially when you got guys spending life in there, because those guys, that's their life that they're living forever. You're coming in and you just got to skate underneath the radar, do your thing, get into your little program, work out, walk the track, socialize with a couple good guys. And you know what? Your main goal is to walk out of there alive with your heart beating. Okay? If not, you could spend the rest of your life in there and waste it. But these are the guys that are inside these penitentiaries, serious motherfuckers, you know? So that kid ended up losing his life at the age of 25. Snail and Big Mike killed him. And, you know, when I was away, I did gamble. That's one thing I did, okay? At this time, I had a girlfriend that I was with for maybe over 10 years. At the age of 14, 15, I was going to study. So when I took this pinch, I had a mother-in-law where she was a sweetheart, genuine person. You know, she was a banker. And I gambled, so there was always checks coming to the house and checks going out. You know, so I would have to tell my girl, you know, I tell your mother to make a check and send it over here. And my mother-in-law would tell me, Jimmy, what do you think? I'm an accountant. But there was funny times. There was this one black kid that I used to gamble with in Lewisburg. This kid, I could never fucking beat him. I swear. Okay, I couldn't beat this kid. I watched his hands, everything. I thought he was cheating. You know, we had a big table where all of us would sit down and play, game of choice, some kind of poker games, and the pot would get decent, stuff like that. And you could also we had where we would take from the pot, like we were running the games. You know, everyone would get a chance to run the game, you know, make a couple of dollars, and also make sure everything was running good. That's how we put games together. So I had this black kid, and this kid was a little younger than me, but I tell you, you know what? He was really good at cards. He could shuffle that fucking cards. And look, I couldn't beat this kid. Anything this kid did, he was just cards turned over. If I gave the cards to someone else, this kid was just lucky. He was a lucky fucking kid. But I couldn't beat him. But I did do a lot of gambling in prison. I used to run the errands for Herbie Sperling, as far as bring cigarettes to one spot, collect stamps. Jimmy, go to this guy over here, drop these cigarettes off. Now, the cigarettes in Lewisburg Penitentiary, I tell you, they could be 30 years old. They're wrapped up with tape, okay? And they still count as money. You can't smoke them, but they're wrapped up. I'm telling you, it's insane, the stuff that they got there. Then they got old stamps from maybe 30 years ago, okay? And you know what? They're just books. They got like books that are wrapped up together. Like say you lose 50 books of stamps, they're just wrapped up and they just hand them to you. It's pretty, they have their own little thing going on in these prison systems. They really do. You know who the bowlers are, you know who the shot callers are, you know who the guys with the money are, and you know who the killers are. You know, and certain people you stay away from. A lot of people in prison love to do drugs. Those people you stay away from, because a lot of temptation, and you could go in the rabbit hole easy, very easy. So listen, I hope you guys enjoyed part 4. I'm just going to make this a quick video, but look forward to part 5. I love you guys. Do me a favor, subscribe to my channel. Going through this time when I was a younger age in my 20s in prison, I tell you, looking back, it was a nice time. Was it a hard time? Absolutely. I was dealing with something because I had my family outside. You're doing time. People are going through things in your life, and meanwhile, you're breaking their heart because you're sitting in prison. But this is my story. I hope you guys enjoy it. But I did have a great time when I was in those days. Looking back, I didn't give you guys no photos today. Let me see if I can pull up a photo of Lewisburg over here. I'll show you an old photo of. Let's see if I can see one of me and Manny Madonna. Well, here's one. This is a photo of Nick the Greek in the blue shirt. Then you got Manny Madonna. You have Michael Sessa, Joe Gambino, Richard Brady, and then me. Okay, I'll go for it one more time. That's me, Jimmy Calandra, with the muscle shirt on. Richard Brady, Joe Gambino with the red shorts, Michael Sessa with the black tank top, Matthew Madonna with the blue shorts, light blue shirt, and Nick the Greek, the bank robber, at the end with the dark blue shirt. But those are great times. I took dozens of photos over here. And, we'll get to more photos. But listen, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, subscribe to my channel. Press that like button. Thanks, guys. I love you. And tomorrow, part 5. Okay? I like these Lewisburg chronicles. You can learn a lot from them. But always remember something. Everybody's a tough guy in prison. Okay? Love you guys. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye, guys. The streets will never make you grow. It's not a seed, it's a gutter. There's no happy endings in this life. So this is my message to you. The streets will never love you back.